Hello and welcome back to the on-wrestling and another edition of AEW Dynamite Out of 10, and we're just under 2 weeks away from Revolution, but AEW still made sure to pack its weekly Wednesday show with lots of fun action, and with big matches on the card, including the BCC against FTR to kick things off, and yeah, big multi-person match as well, featuring the likes of Samoa and Swerve. So let's get straight into it with BCC against FTR. Mox and Castagnoli came out to Wild Thing, which was almost a tradition for any show Mox is on. Cash and Mox started for their teams. Wheeler tried to wrestle his rival down to the mat, but Mox just nailed him with a forearm to daze him. Dax Harwood's shoulder was heavily taped up, so it came as no surprise to see Wheeler lifting the heavier load in the early stages. But the action eventually spilled outside the ring. This was not a technical clinic, despite 3 competitors being celebrated technicians, but it was still a fun, hard-hitting fight that made all 4 guys look pretty tough. The match kept getting better as it went on. Every time the announcer revealed how much time was left, it added to the sense of urgency, and FTR was about to hit the shadow machine as the bell rang. The crowd chanted 5 more minutes, but security broke out. They kept finding ways to fight, but yeah, obviously leaving it open for probably a bigger occasion. And yeah, when we're going to see this match again, I'm not going to complain about it, because yeah, obviously it'll be a banger. So yeah, on the whole, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. This was really good stuff, and I think yeah, just very much looking forward to the next match we get between these lot. We then got Mike Bennett versus Orange Cassidy. During an interview with Rene Patet, the doctor told Cassidy he was cleared to compete, so he decided to step into the ring against Mike Bennett to continue his feud with the Undisputed Kingdom. Cassidy charged at Taven and took him out with an orange punch before he and Bennett fought their way to the squared circle. Roderick Strong ran to the ring to provide a distraction so Bennett could hit a low blow. For several minutes, Bennett had firm control over the match. OC made his usual comeback and won with a beach break. Predictably, the rest of the Undisputed Kingdom came out to attack. The thing nobody saw was Jake Hager coming to OC's rescue. This is an interesting development. We'll need to hear more about why Hager did it, with no previous history between them. Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting, and yeah, an intriguing beat to the storyline. I'm not sure whether it'll be a success or not, but I'm going to give it time to play out. Before it was time for Daniel Garcia being told that he'd be facing Christine Cage for the TNT title at Revolution, Toni Storm came out for her performance. The local talent she faced tried to get a little offense, but Thez Perez, friendly champ, had her on the mat. To prove a point, Storm used Perazzo's signature Venus de Milo to submission to get a quick win. It was a definition of a squash match, and yeah, before Storm was gone from ringside, Perazzo made her way to the ring to upstage her. Her opponent for the night was AEW coach Madison Rayne. He shook hands, showing respect, and unlike the previous bout, this was a competitive fight. The pace was a bit on the slow side, but most of what they did looked great. The bout may have just been better if the outcome was more predictable. Perazzo preparing for her first title bout obviously got the win, and unfortunately a late match botch kind of ruined it. But yeah, it was a decent match, and I think hopefully Madison's alright, and yeah, just builds momentum for Storm and Perazzo's match going forward. So I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It's quite a simple segment, but I think in a way it worked quite effectively. We then got Joe, Swerve and Cage versus Hook, Hangman and RVD. The main event of this show today was a trios match. Hook and Joe kicking things off with a basic lock-up and ended with Joe easily shoving a young man to that. After the veteran tried to take him down with a clothesline, which only served to anger the world champion. As soon as Hangman and Swerve were in the ring together, they were brawling. This match saw several combinations of opponents, but Swerve and Hangman felt like the main focus, even with Joe involved in the bolt. This is the usual AEW trios match with multi-man spots and no attempt to keep the illegal partners out of the ring. This was fine, but it was something that felt like was missing. It's tough to say that it was, because it felt like all 6 men were doing their best. Hangman put Swerve through the announce table powerbomb, which Joe was able to avert the win for his team, choking out RVD. So yeah, fun, chaotic match. Obviously interesting dynamics with 3 of the men involved in the World Championship things. But I thought for how it was, I thought it was a pretty fun match on the whole. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Overall, AEW Dynamite gets a 7 out of 10 from me. I thought, yeah, pretty fun episode of Dynamite this week, I have to say. A really good match to close things off, and yeah, lots of interesting stuff on the show. Building nicely towards Revolution now. Obviously, we're getting quite a lot closer, so yeah, there's a lot happening. But for what it was, I thought it was a pretty fun show. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Hey guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.